Hi guys, today we're going to talk about a cool new feature in CloudCard which allows you to conditionally require the supporting documents. The use case here is, for instance, a school that is using or that has on-campus students and online students, and they're issuing identification cards for all their students, but maybe they don't require their online students to come into campus and present their ID, which makes a ton of sense. And so for those students, they need to require supporting documents, a government issue ID, for instance. However, for their on-campus students, maybe they require them to present the government ID in person, so they don't require that to be submitted online, since they're going to have to look at it in person anyway. So you have that conditional situation where, say, on-campus students and off-campus students are going to have a slightly different experience. Now, I've already recorded a demo that shows how to submit supporting documents and what that experience looks like, so I'm not going to go over that here. I'm just going to kind of show you what the admin interface looks like for this. So first off, let me show you kind of how to set it up. Again, I'm going to use the simplest possible setup, which is just doing a CSV upload, but this is all possible through the CloudCard photo downloader, for instance. Excuse me, you can be automated through the CSV importer, for instance, and just through the API. But let's say you're uploading these students or these card holders, and we're just adding another field here that specifies whether or not the documents are required, the supporting documents are required. Now, the header is not important or necessary, but it could be useful if you go back to look at the CSV later. So if I go into people and bulk import, and I select that document or that demo CSV. All right, and then I'm going to select that this has a header row, and I'm going to go ahead and map the fields just like normal. It's just what you're going to notice is that because this school has supporting documents enabled, there is a supporting documents required column. Now, you don't have to map that, right? By default, if you require supporting documents for your students, it will be true for everybody. And if you don't require supporting documents for your students, it'll of course be false for everybody. So so that does not have to be included in your CSVs or specified through the API if you're using one of the importers. But if you choose to use that field, you can. If you were just to leave this blank, it would just ignore that column, and everybody would come up as true. Okay, so but I go ahead and import these. All right, successfully imported. And then let's go take a look at the people that were just imported. So you can see this person, if I scroll down, I can see that they require supporting documents, which is the default for this organization. However, this person does not require supporting documents. And if I need to change it for whatever reason, it's just that easy. I just search the student up and change this checkbox one way or the other. Okay, so let's go ahead and look at what the admin interface looks like once photos start coming in. In the simplest case, right? Let's say kind of your default case. We have this young lady down at the bottom here, and she has submitted her government ID. As always, if you click on it, it tells you what supporting document it is in the top, and then shows you the zoomed in view of it, which you can then close. However, if a person does not require supporting documents, they just get this green checkbox and says, hey, this person doesn't require supporting documents. So I can go ahead, I'm free to go ahead and approve this person if the photo looks good. I don't need to check it against the supporting documents. If I have a person who does require supporting documents and they haven't submitted them, well, I'm just going to see a blank spot there. We thought about putting like a warning sign, but we thought that was just a little bit, a little overly obvious. Here's a person, they're missing their documents. It's that simple. And then if a person has already had an approved photo, right? So when their photos get approved and downloaded, then the standard um, process is to go ahead and delete those supporting documents, right? Because they're no longer necessary. We now know what the person looks like. So if they have already had an approved photo, then what we show over here is simply their previously approved photo. So you've already validated what they look like, and so here they are. Okay, so that is pretty much the use case. That way you know this is what the person looks like if they've already got an approved photo. So hopefully that explains the different possible use cases. Obviously, I'm sure that you guys can think of use cases that maybe I'm not thinking of. So if you have any ideas or whatever, definitely feel free to reach out to either your reseller or directly to us, and just give us feedback on this feature. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and if you have any questions, feel free to reach out.